What is good? Welcome back to the stream, everybody. We are back with power. Finally, I lost power yesterday, so I could not do the stream. Was very unfortunate, and we're still getting back. Heating's not working. Very cold. If you know the weather in the great north, it's quite cold. But today, a lot I want to talk about. So let's just jump into it. We have obviously the Moonbirds. We have some meme coins that are popping off. Little things going on in the NFT world. And the market took a nice dip. So let's jump right into it. Let me get my screen up here by clicking this button and making sure it's centered. Yes. Okay. Hello. Okay. So the crypto markets took a really nasty dip over the weekend, and it's recovered a little bit, but I feel like every time this happens, we're losing so much ground. Like we get to 90 something K and then we dump, and then it goes back up above 90, but not as high. Like it was 97 before, and now it's only 92. And then we dump again even lower. Meanwhile, we have gold, we have silver, like it's all putting in new all-time highs. And we have the US dollar going down. So like the debasement trade, that whole narrative really worked out for gold and silver, but it's not working out for Bitcoin, which is supposed to be like the digital gold, this whole store of value. And, if you're just losing money, it's obviously not a great store of value. Welcome everybody to the show. Welcome. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Now, I think price goes down and then we all try to justify it with narratives. One of these narratives is the government shutdown. I saw that there might be a shutdown because of what's going on in the States right now with ICE and the whole like Minnesota situation. If you look on Polymarket right now, the odds of a government shutdown Saturday, this is by January 31st, we are the 27th, so Saturday, have shot up, currently at 79%. That's not great, right? Last time we had this, the markets did not do well at all, and it took a while. The last shutdown we had, or America had, was it took a while to fix it. So hopefully they can work it out. I also saw some articles about how the crypto regulation bill might be signed this week. I think that's not real. I think there's progress this week, but I don't think there's supposed to be some signature that's happening. And then I also saw this. Apparently there's a new, I want to be careful what I say, because during the previous one, I have the wrong banner. Let me get the better banner. During the previous virus that happened, YouTube was demonetizing. So I want to be careful the words I say here, but not that the stream is monetized anyways. But yeah, apparently there's a new virus with a bat with 75% mortality rate. Like that's crazy. Hopefully this doesn't lead to anything. Obviously it'll affect the markets, but just in general, I don't want this to happen to the world. And then the other thing happening this week is the FOMC meeting. We have what's the 166K followers and only 112 live. That's the game, brother. That's the game. If you look at most accounts, that's usually what happens, especially for live streams. Like most people don't tune in for live streams. Yeah, we have a rate cut coming, we have an FOMC meeting coming this week with no rate cut. If you look here, it's, what is this? 97% chance of no rate cut. Even if we look on Polymarket, I saw no change, 99% chance. I was even thinking of maybe putting like a punt here, a $10 punt. You win $2,000. Voice crack. You win $2,000 if you win. And this is not like, this is a complete gamble, and the odds are it's not happening, right? If you look at their own projections, 97% chance it's not happening. So this is how you lose money by doing this. I like to gamble sometimes. $1, $200. Let's go. So yeah, no change. This guy's betting heavily on an increase. He put like $900 on an increase. Yo, this guy is working for his bags. Yo, look at he is pushing the narrative, man. He wants people to buy in, and then he can exit at a 3x or what? The comment section on Polymarket is so funny, dude. Look, this guy just doesn't stop. He is constantly posting as if it's going to do anything. Oh, that is so funny. So yeah, most likely no rate cut. Hey, appreciate you having my back, sir. Thank you, sir. It's all good. Let's move on to meme coins. So we had some really great meme coin action this week. This one for me was quite depressing. I will not lie, because about a week ago, or even longer now, I saw this meme, the penguin meme. Let me see if I could pull it up. It won't have volume. Penguin meme mountain. Is there going to be a good video? Yeah, so it's a meme about it's a penguin and he runs towards the mountain and he's eventually gonna unalive, but he just, you know, he doesn't go to the watering hole, he doesn't go with the crowd, he runs towards the mountain, and unfortunately, thank you for sending the link. Unfortunately, I was not the penguin. I chose not to be the penguin, and I went back to the watering hole, and I did not buy the. I looked it up though, because I saw, dude, my reels on Instagram, 2 of 3 reels, and I'm not exaggerating, every 2 of 3 reels were the penguin. That song, something about it makes you, like, you feel emotion towards a penguin, because it's an animal, at least for me, but also just the song, all of it put together. I think for young men especially, you relate to it. And I was sending it to people. You know, I was looking for a meme, and I looked at a few and none stood out. Obviously, they were all kind of just trading sideways. And then what happened is the White House posted this: "Embrace the penguin, dude." Is this Baron behind this account, man? And it makes sense, the narrative, right? With Iceland, where they're or with Greenland, excuse me, Iceland, because it's ice. I pulled the Trump here, got mixed up. With Greenland, it makes sense, the narrative, right? He's going north. So I wish I would have put 2 and 2 together like that. But he posts this. A lot of politicians start posting the meme. The White House doubles down, saying the penguin does not concern himself with the opinions of those who cannot comprehend. Obviously, that's the lion quote from Game of Thrones. The lion does not concern himself with the opinion of the sheep. And like Homeland Security posting, this is like so weird when you look at everything else that's going on right now in America, and they're posting memes. It's so crazy. But you know, it pushed, and Mark Andreessen was also pushing it as well. He changed his banner and he posted this GIF called "This is a Test." So this all together pushed the meme. I did see, you know, some FUD of the fees because it's connected to some guy. Where can I find the fees on the website? Wait, did they change it back? Because the creator is this guy, Penguin King. Oh, now he has 6 coins. But I saw the fees were redirected to this guy named like Bastille or something. And there was a lot of FUD around that. Apparently he works with Pump Fund, and he's launched like 730 coins. Not that it made a crazy amount of fees. When I looked at it, it was like 20 SOL. Good to see you too. Thank you for tuning in to the stream, sir. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Popeye. So yeah, this did really well, dude. It ran from, I mean, I saw it at 300K. That's why I was depressed. I was like, yo, I saw it. I was sending it to people. Like, I detected it at the right time and I didn't buy in. Why I'm not upset is because it's really hard to buy the right coin. Like, I don't even know how to say, what is this? Nietzschean penguin. I didn't look this one up. I looked up nihilist penguin, which did run from like 300K to 4 million after Elon Musk posted the real name of the coin. And then I looked up lonely penguin, but what are the odds I would have picked this one, you know? So that's kind of like how I'm coping with it. But this thing ran all the way to 170 mil. I would have, if I put $1,000 in this, man, I would have cooked. I would have, how much is 100? Not that I would have sold some at 30 mil, 50 mil, 100 mil. I would have been out. But 177 million. divided by 300K. That's a 600X. I would have I would have made 600K, but I wouldn't have. I probably would have made 100K or something, which is still would have been very nice. But it's holding really strong, 88 million. And I did see there was a lot of crazy buys with which people were saying, oh, it's either an exchange or it's pump fund. I did see a lot of theories saying this is how pump fund is bringing back the trenches by pushing their own coin, which I don't see why they wouldn't, especially if it keeps going up. If it's going to get exchange listings, they directed the fees to their guy apparently. So personally, I don't care. Like, I want the trenches to come back no matter how. And all this stuff is manipulated anyways. I saw a lot of people posting like, oh, an organic runner. Dude, nothing about this stuff is organic. There's a lot of market makers behind these coins. There are people pushing them. There's, accounts pushing a narrative. We're actually talking about hype at the end of the show. GM. So yeah, I mean, I really like this coin. I was happy to see it. And it reminded me a lot of Moodang. If you remember Moodang, which was another organic runner, this was that really cute hippo that took the world by storm, right? This thing got exchange listings. This one in particular went up to 800 mil, but there was a lot of PvP on this one. Like, there was new coins that came out to Vamp. There was one that launched on ETH or whatever it was. But Penguin reminded me a lot of that. But moving on, we have, if it loads, this Clawdbot token. I saw there was a second Clawdbot on. I've been using FOMO app. Guys, I really like FOMO app, okay? I'm showing my referral link, obviously. I made a tutorial about FOMO app, but I'm really liking it. The discoverability of tokens and of traders is really good, and that's how I'm finding all this stuff. There's actually a different Claude now. Yeah, this one. So maybe this one's on base. No way. So I didn't look into the second one because I only noticed it this morning. But essentially, this Claude token took off. Now it's dead, right? Now this one in particular is dead. But I really liked their Twitter, the way they were handling it. I don't know why their main Twitter, I guess it got suspended or they changed. Maybe this was a scam. Maybe they rug pulled, right? But the way they were retweeting they were really on it. So this one was cool to see it. It went up to 15 mil. Wow, I only saw it go up to 9. And the thing behind this one is it's something called Clawdbot that you could buy a Mac Mini, and everybody's buying Mac Minis now. And apparently the capabilities of this thing are amazing, what it's able to do. People are even saying like, this is a million times better than Siri and Apple Intelligence. So this is cool, right? It's on the AI side. Obviously, these meme coins have absolutely nothing to do with Clawdbot, right? But it's all about the narrative. So this was another runner. And then we had a third. I'm going to need to change my screen here, though. Let me go full screen. What up? Remove. Birb in control. Something in case you didn't know. Virtuals is a protocol on Hype. Eventuals protocol on Hype, and then Airdrop NFTs. I have not looked into this at all, so I will look into it. Thank you, though. Thank you for the information. Appreciate it. If it's real, guys, I didn't look into it, so keep that in mind. Stop screen sharing. Let's get the screen back up. Let me close all this and then get my second screen, which I have prepared. Window, and it would be here, share. Boom. So yeah, another runner that I saw, which again I found, or actually this one I saw on the timeline. So yesterday, as you guys know, I lost power, had to cancel the stream. And when I tuned back in, I kind of took the day off, dude. I literally slept all day. I went to the gym and I had no power. I had no lights in my place. There's no sun because it's winter here. It was just dark all day. I was in Alaska, basically. Yeah, so I saw Easy here in the morning. He had posted commodities do not top because, as you know, silver and gold are going crazy. Commodities do not top until a meme coin about a commodity flips the commodity. And then I did see he posted this. Unfortunately, too late. He posted, it was at 3 mil. TradFi has entered the trenches with Copperinu. And then I realized because I asked on a tweet, I asked, hey, what did I miss? And somebody's tagged. Let me actually get his tweet out just to give him some credit here. And I'm back. What did I miss? Boom, 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 boom. Where is it? Where is it? Why is it not here anymore? Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, somebody tagged him and the coin. I guess he's pushing it. I didn't check who launched it, but he's really pushing it here. Copper, not limited supply. Copperinu, limited supply. He's really pushing hard. If you don't know who him is, he is a trader that I actually found back in the AI. Remember the AI when all those AI coins were popping off? I had found his profile because he was pushing one coin. I forget what it was called now, but it was the head of a statue, like the bust of a statue, and it was called Bully. The coin was called Bully, and it was bullying all these it was like an AI bot that just automatically chats on Twitter. If you tag it, it'll reply to you. And he did incredibly well. I mean, he lost a lot in some coins, but if we just look here at his profile, this is one of his 2 wallets. Farcoin, he made 400K on Zero Bro. He made 380K on Shigen, 330K. Like, he absolutely cooked here. As you can see, all these are AI coins, and that's one of his wallets. His second wallet here, let's go again. He's lost, minus 180K on Clippy, and he's lost money. But here, 3.4 million on Fartcoin, on Sense, 220K on Zero Bro again, on Goat, all the big runners. It's strange that Bully isn't in here because he was up like 300 or 400K at one point on Bully. But yeah, he absolutely cooked on AI coins. So when I saw this, I put a small amount in yesterday before bed because I was tired of just being sidelined on all these coins. I bought $1,100 at 12 mil. I want to say 11 mil maybe. And when I woke up, it was at 20. I sold my initials at 19. Now I'm holding $600 for free, right? I'm tired of losing money trading, so I'm slowly trying to build up just in the FOMO app. This is not sponsored. I just really like the app. Slowly trying to build up a position, and then I'm just playing for free, right? It's a free bag that obviously I made that money, but if I lose it, I'm not losing like my holdings. So I'm trying to take it slow, but yeah, really cool to see another runner. I don't know how much juice this has left, to be honest. Like, I don't find the meme. I like the idea of copper because it's commodities with commodities running. I don't know how much legs this has left. To me, it really depends how far him can push it, but we'll see. I will just, at one point fully exit. I also saw that Coinbase is really pushing the Solana trenches here. I tried it though, and it was like I went on the Coinbase app. They say 100%, and I couldn't do it, and it was leading me to Base app, and on Base app I couldn't even do it. So I'm not sure where this is happening. Okay, in the US, that's why I can't see it, except for New York. Wait, and Brazil. What? Okay, it's live in Brazil, live for all users in the US, except New York and Brazil. So hopefully this goes worldwide, but this is really cool to see because now it's so easily accessible. I always get comments like, why can't I find this coin on Coinbase? Why can't I find this coin on Binance? Now you're going to be able to, and it's really accessible for normies, right? For regular people who don't understand Web3 to get in to these coins. I fumbled Goat. Same, dude. Same. I remember I was in Pastel chat and somebody shared it super low. And I was just like, this isn't AI. Like, I don't get this. And I faded it and I watched it go crazy. And then I kept telling myself, like, oh, every narrative before this has lasted 2-3 weeks. Like, it'll probably die down in 2 weeks. And I didn't get in heavy to the AI. And then we just had runner after runner after runner. Oh, man. Depressing. But next, let's close some stuff just so I have more room here. Now we're getting into NFTs. We're getting into Moonbirds. Did it all load before? Boom. Let's just load some of it so I can swoop through. My links are kind of going to be out of whack here. I just put them all. I didn't have the time to properly put them together. But Moonbirds. So Moonbirds, we are finally getting, where is it? Like I said, I have to go through all these posts. Spencer's post should be right here. Boom. We are finally getting tokenomics today. I'm going to keep an eye on the Moonbirds account in case they do post it while I'm streaming. But today, tokenomics coming out tomorrow. Today, don't FOMO or hype. Okay. Owning a Birb has always represented wanting to be on the journey with us. The 28th isn't the end of the journey, it's just a milestone. Now, a lot of people are reading into this in different ways. One of them being vesting. I saw, as we saw here, a few posts, not this one here. Tell me there's Birb vesting without telling me there's Birb vesting. Either way, super excited for the tokenomics. I saw another one. I guess I lost it. Anyways, I saw another one. A few people are pushing this narrative that there's going to be vesting. Obviously, you have the typical bulls in the comments, but yeah, I don't know how to think about if there is vesting, right? I was talking to somebody who said during the live stream, the 24-hour live stream, they kind of pushed this narrative that they'd be doing, like it'd be gamified or vesting. You know, the closest one we have to that is going to be Memeland captains, which, you know, obviously are down. If we look at all time, they kind of just, because they had tokens locked in them that were slowly unlocked, you know, they move with the price of the token now. People completely forget about the NFTs and they are purely valued in the value of their token that is left within them. And they kind of just trend downwards over time. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with Moonbirds. To me, right now, it is not bullish what we're seeing with the price action. What if you compare this to Pudgy Penguins? Like Pudgy Penguins, you know, right before they launched their token, I think it was over a year ago now, so I'm not going to be able to see. Let's just go all time. I guess it was right around here. Yeah. So this is what happened with Pudgy Penguins before the token came out. It looks now like it was just shot up, but it happened over like a week or something. They were front ran by insiders. I guess it's here. Yeah, it started really low and then it boomed, maybe corrected, and then it went even higher. I guess this was around the whole abstract, and then it just dumped abstract speculation. But they went to 36 ETH before the token came out, potentially even before tokenomics or around tokenomics. But there was a lot of, you know, insiders. Okay, sorry to say it, there was. Okay, I didn't have the info early enough, unfortunately, but I did have people telling me when they're already at 30 something ETH. They were telling me like, oh yeah, it's gonna drop at this FDV, and you're gonna get this much airdrop. Like people knew. Okay, I'm sorry, people knew, and they loaded up their bags. I was kind of debating, okay, if it's going to happen, do I buy in? But I'm like, no, I don't want to buy in at 36 ETH in hope that the airdrop is big enough. The play was buying after the dip because they went back up for abstract. But anyways, that doesn't matter. But what I'm wondering is, like, why are we not seeing these insiders on Moonbirds? Have they just been really good at keeping things sealed? I don't think so. I'm thinking it does have something to do with this vesting, and you know, if that's the case, it's more of a long-term play. You're going to be able to evaluate it based on the price of the token. The other thing is the price of the token. I mean, Spencer's been talking about how this is going to be the biggest NFT TGE of, you know, it's going to change the game kind of thing. When you're saying that to a holder, what they're thinking is, I'm going to make a lot of money. When you say it's going to be the biggest, that's all they think is money. Like, you know, how much they're going to get in returns. And then people compare that to like Pudgy Penguins, which was one of the craziest, right? Also, Apes got a really big airdrop, but the most recent one that we all know is Pudgy Penguins, where they got over $100,000 airdropped. Their NFT was still worth like 15 ETH. So you were still in the green 35K after that dip. And then it recovered. So you could have bought Pudgy Penguins, not flipped them, gotten like $110,000 per Pudgy Penguin airdropped, not counting all the other airdrops you got for Pudgies, for SBTs, for all this stuff. And then the price went back up. You could have flipped it there. Like Pudgies was such an amazing play. So Moonbirds originally dipped because there was rumors that there was a snapshot. They came out and said, hey, these snapshot rumors are fake. And then they went from they were chilling around 1.75, where we are right now. They went back above 2 ETH. Everybody was excited. And now they kind of just trickled down again to 1.72. And I actually did tweet about this, that the price action really over the last few months has reminded me exactly of Doodles. When Doodles first posted about their token, they went from like 3 ETH to 8 ETH. and then they dumped. They went to 5 and a little lower. Then they posted again about the token. They went back to 4 or 5. And every time after that they would post, there would be a pump, but there'd be an even bigger dump. So Moonbirds went all the way to like what, 5 ETH, 4.5 ETH. Then they dumped. They went back there on the token news. Then they dumped. And then now the recent one, they went to like 2.8. I had called 2.6. I was a little low. They went to 2.8. And I mean, now they're sitting even lower than when they announced their token. Like, to me, this is not bullish. It's not good. I like Moonbirds as a brand, right? I like that Spencer took over. I like what he's doing with the cards. I'm not the biggest fan of the whole Burbish thing. I think they're overdoing that a lot. And it's kind of getting people tired of it on the timeline. Not the mega fans, right? All the mega fans, the people with Moonbird PFPs are constantly posting Burbish. But I think as an outsider seeing that, it's a little bit much for me personally, at least. I won't speak for other people. But I'm seeing some questions. We'll talk about it. I'll go over them after. I just want to get through this segment. But I am looking at pre-market. I mean, right now on Mexi, extremely low volume, right? 11K volume means next to nothing, but it's trading at 200 mil. On Whales market, it's trading at 220 mil. On Poly market, it is a, let's grab this one, 68% chance that it's over 100 mil after 24 hours. So that's not the launch price, right? It can launch at 500 mil and then just trickle down, which would not be a good thing. But only 28% chance it's above 200 mil after day one. And then I did see somebody posting this. Oh, on Kalshi, it's above 330 mil. Like, dude, there's $1,000 of volume. This is one person who came in and just bought it. Because if you look, like 300 mil is at 99 cents to buy. Yes, that makes absolutely no sense. But then 250 mil, 23%, like, I don't know. There's just no volume for this on Kalshi. So I would just completely ignore, or personally, I'm just completely ignoring it. To me, Polymarket has 170K volume, a little more trustworthy, in my opinion. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I did see a lot of people speculating about how much they're going to get for the airdrop and all this stuff. A lot of posts, it's really like, this one makes no sense to me. Every oddity is going to get $3,000 in Birb. Not sure where these calculations came from. To me, that makes absolutely no sense. Like, I see Moonbirds getting like $4,000. That's how I'm looking at it. If they're at 200K, 200 million, and then how much are we going to say they're getting? Let's say Moonbirds NFTs get 20% just for Moonbirds, not oddities, not mythics, not SBTs, nothing. 20%, that is divided by 10,000. That's 4,000 per NFT. 20% is very high. If it's trading at 200 mil, that's $4,000. That's 1 point. What's the floor right now? The floor is at like 6,000, 5,000. That covers most of the cost of the Moonbird. So if that's the case, yeah, I don't see these going to 0.25. I think they're going to go under 1 ETH, unless it's vested, then it might hold. But let's say you do get money day one, I could see them going under 1 ETH, but they're not going to go down to like 0.25. So, if you're getting 4K and they're currently at 5K, it's not the worst buy. Especially if they go down from here, it's not the worst buy unless you're vested over like a year and the Birb token just goes to 50 mil FDV. Then yeah, it's not worth it. So that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out now. I just saved like a bunch of Moonbirds posts in my notes of like people doing stuff here. Metaverse Man saying like, this is the post where Spencer was talking about how they want it to be like the best launch and everything. And he's speculating 1 to 2 billion Birb is not a meme. I don't see the demand for that. Like, if it launches at 1 billion or 2 billion, I just think it's going to be down only, personally. Especially if your tokens are vested. Moonbirds are gonna rock it if that happens, but you're not going to be able to get the money out if the tokens are vested. Here Potter saying the opposite. If it does launch really high, just short it, and that'll be the play. Yeah, I'm saying here, wait, are they paying KOLs? Like, I tried and I could get any. I'd love to work with Moonbirds as a brand or any of the major NFTs. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people talk about this kind of stuff. If we're vested and all, I do think they might do the vested thing. They're talking about how they're going to do it differently. There's also the SBTs you got to consider. I'm not sure how they're going to handle the SBTs. So I'm just really excited for tokenomics to really see what their plans are. But unfortunately, at the time of filming this, there are no tokenomics. So we're going to have to wait. It's launching on Solana. I did see Tolly switch his PFP. They're going to be supporting it. They're going to be supporting. I thought he had Burbish in his thing. Yeah, they're going to be supporting the token. And what we just saw with Seeker is Seeker came out and then it went up, right? It went up after launch, which is what you want to see. Start low and go up. That way people in the secondary market get a good entry versus the token being down only. You do not want it to be a down only token. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on Moonbirds. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Maybe there's some comments that I can go through. Unless you guys are talking about other stuff. I got in 6 mil. You remember Harambe? I bought $75 at 95K and exit at 200K. No. By the way, I mentioned Penguin on Friday stream. It was 14 mil. Wait, really? Had it already? No. Really? I don't remember that. Because I feel, unless the tweet had already happened. Burbish. So we got some Birb fans in the chat. What about Lil Pudgy? I mean, it's basically just a bet on NFTs and Pudgy Penguins. Like, I do see Lil Pudgy's going up if, or you're talking about Airdrop or no? I do see Lil Pudgy's going up if the NFT market goes up, but I don't see why they would outperform. I do think Pudgy Penguins are kind of a good mascot for the space, for at least this cycle, but NFTs have just been a really rocky place this cycle. Do you think we'll see a pump and dump as always? Probably. Yeah, probably. Again, it really depends. I think people now are they're wise to the game. We had Azuki, we had Doodles, even with Pudgies, right? Pudgies just have been down only ever since their token. So I think people are wise to the game. They play the early announcements. It's always a buy the rumor, sell the news type of announcement. So now it's going to be tokenomics. If the token, like, turn on notifications for Moonbird's account and for Spencer's account, and the second they drop tokenomics, if it's bullish, if they're like, hey, we're giving the community 50% and 20 and half of that is unlocked on day one, yeah, that's bullish. That's good to me that they would pump, because right now they're only at $5,000. Like we just saw, if it's at 200K 200 mil, you're getting half of that day one. You'd be getting 2 Gs on day one. The rest is vested. I don't think it's the worst play, but it really depends on the tokenomics. If they're like, yeah, Moonbirds are getting 10%, obviously and it's vested. And it depends on how long you held it based on your soulbound tokens, your SBTs. Then yeah, obviously it's not as good. So I'm just waiting. I don't have exposure right now. I flipped all of mine. I'm just waiting. GM, welcome to the show. If you guys could hit the like button, that helps the show out a lot. It's free to do. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe. We are on our way to 100,000. Thumbs up. Thank you, sir. Yeah, the airdrop. Oh, for Lil Pudgies. That's what you were saying. Were you the one who asked Lil Pudgies? Oh, yeah. I have no idea if they're going to be doing airdrops for other communities. Again, we're going to have to wait for the tokenomics. He's very close with Luca. They've worked together. So I wouldn't be shocked if Pudgy Penguins are getting a Moonbirds airdrop. That would make a lot of sense to me. Do I think it's going to be as big as what Pudgies did for everyone else? No, because Pengu was at 5 billion FDV. There's a 0% chance, in my opinion, that Birb is going to be at 5 billion FDV. That would just be insane. If it is, good for them. They cooked. But yeah, I don't see that happening. There's no demand for it. And like we're going to see the same thing with Pengu. It's just going to be down only. They just dropped the tokenomics right now. Let's go see. Oh my God, 29 seconds. Let's go, buddy. Thank you. Oh my God, 65% allocated to the community holder rewards. 27% of the rewards will be given to Birb and friends. Is Moonbirds pumping? Well, let me finish reading this. Where'd it go? Ecosystem partners, 12% to performance-based allocates to secure high-value partnership, high chain incentives, liquidity, team long-term. I can't see. My screen's too far. Here we go. Holder rewards 27%. Okay, 27% to holders. Do they say if it's vested? Okay, 27% to Birb and friends and utilized to build stronger community development. Ecosystem partner expansion, a performance-based allocation to secure high-value partnerships. Okay, so that's different. Value chain, incentivizing operational excellence, reward for community members who contribute. Is that my Kaido? Is that my Kaido rewards? So I see your Victor. I see your message. I'll get back to it. I just want to cover this right now. Holder rewards 27%. Yeah, I feel like how much are Moonbirds going to get? If this is Birb and friends and utilized to build stronger community developments, that doesn't necessarily mean long term, right? That could just mean short terms. Yeah, I feel like how much are Moonbirds going to get out of this? I don't understand the 65% is allocated to the community. Where's the math? Investors and advisors, 25%. Do they talk about unlocks? What cap should we expect? Yeah, is that you? Are you trying? No, it's a different Victor. Check the tweet just below. Did they put it in after? 24 months vested? Nah. Oh, nesting 2.0. They're bringing back nesting. Moonbirds and oddities are getting Birb token through a new design mechanic that aligns holders for long-term growth. Deposit your NFT into the nesting protocol and receive a soulbound NFT of your Birb while it's nesting. On the 28th of each month, nested NFTs get to claim 1/24th of their respective allocation. It has to be vested for the whole month. No need to rush. All the NFTs who nest for the first 7 days are treated as if they have been nested for the full month. Okay. Yeah, what? I don't know. I don't like this. I want my money now. It's my money and I want it now. Yeah, there's a slight people accepting offers, but it's just short-term price action. I expect a dump right now. Yeah. Yeah, to me, this isn't as bold. The token's going to have to be extremely high. If the token is not at, a really good market cap, and I'm sorry to say it, only 27%, which sounds extremely greedy on my behalf, right? Where's the Moonbirds? Let's just go Spencer. Moonbirds. Only 27%, which sounds greedy on my behalf, but only 27% for Birb and friends. That's the downside here. It's so how much are Moonbirds getting? How much are Moonbird getting over a 2-year period? I don't know, 12%, 15% of this, of the 27. Because then you have to take care of SBTs. You have to take care of. Let me finish reading. I don't think they mentioned that, right? There's nothing about. Let me just close all these freaking tweets, man. It's getting annoying. Yeah, nothing about the SBTs. Maybe SBTs get you like faster unlocks or something. Awful idea. I expect to dump right now. GG already 1.5. Oh my God. Hopefully they come in and defend it. Again, like people are going to panic, right? It doesn't mean there can't be a relief bounce. It doesn't mean people are going to get excited. Like this is just people upset. Yeah, I personally do not like this. No. Yeah. What did Spencer post? No, he hasn't posted yet. Love to hear his take on it, but I mean, people seem to know, because I was talking to a couple people and they were kind of telling me this. Maybe they knew, but they were saying it's all speculation. But yeah, the tweet yesterday kind of gave it away. And this is why I sold. I didn't want to play the game. I sold too early. I missed the pump. I missed the pump all the way to 2.8. But yeah, this is just a dangerous game to play at this point, especially we've seen it in the past, right? We've seen how all these coins have performed. Again, it doesn't mean there's not going to be a relief bounce. It doesn't mean people are going to be excited. But when you look at the expectation for the token after one day, you know, people are expecting it around 100 to 150 mil FDV over a 2-year period. People want their money right away. You were much better off flipping, right? Especially when they went to 5. I flipped most of mine in that pump, and then I bought back. I flipped a bit more. The other day, I took a slight loss on 2 just to get out because I was leaving my house and I didn't want to risk it, but I was already way in the profit. And earlier that day, I got lucky. I bought one at 2.1. I listed it 2.4. The floor is 2.2. Some hero comes in and buys mine at 2.4 when the floor was still 2.2. I don't know what happened there. Maybe I was the only listing on OpenSea and people are buying OpenSea to farm Airdrop, right? So I think hopefully people come in and buy these. But yeah, man, these bids getting accepted are pretty wild. 1.2. Oh, this guy got lucky. This guy got lucky, dude. He probably had an offer. Oh, here we go. Some actual buys. Why is somebody buying at 1.75? The floor is 1.4 and you're buying 1.75. It is not a rare NFT. 2 years vesting. Yeah. The undercutting has started. Prepare for blood. You know, I think there's going to be a bounce. I think people are just panicking. They're selling. Like a bid right now is not a, you know what? Yeah. Look, it's already bouncing and it's getting bought up. Like this guy who caught the bid at 1.25. If you immediately flipped into here, wasn't the worst play. I think people are just going to panic, but it's going to point. I don't have any. You're saying Gorilla sell. I don't hold any, bro. I sold mine already. I sold mine a few days ago. Oh, it's Perez. What's up, Perez? Going to 0.8? No, 0.8 sounds extreme, dude. I think after the token drops, I was seeing them going to 0.8. But today, I think the team, at that point, I think the team would just come in and support. Or like they would call in some favors or something. First Spencer mistake. That 1.15 bid there was a 1.15. Let's make it bigger. Oh my God. Yeah. 1.15. He immediately flipped it on Blur for 1.22, which also was a bit too early. They're already back to 1.5. Yeah. Having a stink bid in here was a really good play. I think Moonbirds are going to nuke. I hope not. You know, I hope not. I like Spencer. Like, I mean, I've never had a call with him or anything. I've reached out to him before, but we've never jumped on a call. I think that's a fumble on a lot of teams' behalfs. I've reached out to pretty much every founder of a major NFT. Either they don't reply to me, they reply to me like 3 months later. I think that's a huge fumble. Maybe because they can't control what I say or something, or they just don't care. But yeah, I think it's a big fumble. But yeah, already recovering 1.154, but not what you want to see the day before your token launch, right? Because that's saying, this is people saying they're not interested in your token, in my opinion. But yeah, let's move on here. We'll keep an eye on it for the rest of the stream, but let's move on. I think I closed one of my pages too early. How do I get it back up? Control. No, why did it bring this up? What? Oh, I think I brought in an old tab. Yeah, I brought up an old tab. Oh, no. Okay, I just switched tabs. We went too far. The post I wanted to bring up was, let me go get it. The Nifty Gateway stuff. Just a warning to people, Nifty Gateway is shutting down. Let me get it back up here. Nifty Gateway. Yeah, they made this post. Nobody can reply to it. Classic. They are shutting down. Unfortunate, you know, it happens for companies, but they're giving people until February 23rd. You get 1 month to withdraw your assets. Horrible. There's still, okay, it's gone down. It's gone down a good amount. It's down 60,000, but there's still 580,000 NFTs left on the platform, which currently have a value. Oh, it's gone down 2.2 million. That's nice, at least. But still, 5.6 million left. I think that calculates offers. I'm not sure. So they might be worth even more. You can see there's a bunch of Beeples. There's a ton of X copy pieces. There was 250 masks of Lucy, which is down almost by 100. So that's great to see. There was like 100 Sam Spratt Monument games. Yeah, there was a lot of Beeples, a lot of X copy, a lot of major artists that are custodied by Nifty Gateway. So for them to just say like, hey, we're shutting down, you have a month to get your assets, peace, is ridiculous. They should just leave it running. I guess they don't want to offer support for like a year, but I wish you had a collab with Bored Apes, rocking the hoodie. Would be the perfect fit for Gorilla Brand. Cyberkongs would have went crazy though. They're kind of dead. Yeah, I don't have the best relationship with the with Cyberkongs, but Apes. I've reached out multiple times. Hopefully something does come out of it, but I've thought of that a few times. I would love to work with Bored Apes, dude. I love Bored Ape culture. I'm rocking. This is my favorite hoodie, dude. I love this. This is from Ape Fest 2022. Yeah, I would love to just cover their news, cover what they're doing, you know, get some graphics going with them. Yeah, I like Apes. I would love to work with Bored Apes. We'll see. We'll see if anything comes of it. Yeah, so get your assets out ASAP. You got to do them one by one, which is ridiculous. And there's a fee to do it. So I would do it now and not wait until the 23rd. You have less than a month. So that really sucks. Then after that, I saw Doodles were releasing a toy. I did see some people saying like, why why does it say Burnt Toast X Doodles? Like he's the artist of Doodles. Is he trying to separate himself from Doodles? I don't see this as a bad thing. I think his name is known outside of Web3. So this is kind of like I think it's an easier way to reach to Web2. But last I checked, if we go to the website, it was not doing well at all. It hadn't sold out, right? Back in 21 or even like a year ago, this thing would have sold out. I like what James said here. It feels more like the community is being treated like a customer than a group of holders. That's exactly what we saw with Artifact, right? Artifact just kept selling hoodies and merch and stuff, and then all these different boxes, and they hyped up the boxes, and all the box got you was a 10% discount. And all holders were getting was you get to buy the thing before everyone else, a day before everyone else. It wouldn't sell out, so anyone would get access anyways. Or you can just buy them as NFTs. And right now, let's see if it's sold out yet. It's not. Add to cart. So they only have 250. It's really surprising that they're not sold out. I think it's 180 or 190 bucks. These are Canadian prices, I've been told. They have some other toys here. I think they sell merch on this thing as well. Let's go look at their merch. $57 for a hat. My God. 50 bucks for a bag. $176 for, how much is that US? 176 CAD to USD. 130 bucks for a hoodie that says Doodles. Yo, this better be like incredible quality. Heavyweight cotton. Is that good? What is this? This is a really good hoodie. But yeah, I think, you know, I agree with his take that we're being seen as customers. Like Doodles are the lowest they have ever been in history. And then we have the dupies, you know, right. I made that post, that video about dupies. I think a lot of people agreed, but there was also some, you know, Doodles holders that were upset. You know, if you bought it, you're down 50%, and they haven't done anything with dupies since. So, yeah, the quality does look good. I like Doodles as a brand. I think they have a lot of potential, but I don't know. It feels, I guess, the investor side of things is muddying the waters. Yeah, and then last but not least, Somebody was asking in the comments about Hyperliquid, which you already have here. I saw a really nice bounce on the Hypurrs. They're up. They're up 25% essentially, now 15, but they had a really great bounce. Hype token is also up 25%, which I like to see. This thing is down so bad, dude. You know, everyone was calling for $100 hype, which I think could happen. I like Hyperliquid as a platform. I do think they need a mobile app, like dedicated mobile app, to onboard a lot more people. The number one complaint I get in my tutorial is it's still too complicated as a platform. Hopefully my tutorial makes it easier for people to understand, but a lot of people complain like, yeah, I don't like this platform. It's too hard to use compared to like a centralized exchange. At least like centralized exchanges could still be a little complicated, but I do agree like the whole onboarding process and all for Hyperliquid, the user experience isn't the best. There was this post, there's been this battle, right? People are accusing Binance. This is not me accusing them. People are accusing Binance of causing 1010. You know, I'm seeing a lot of posts over the weekend of like, let me see if I could find it, but people saying like, oh, CZ is a criminal. He caused this major dip to happen, and crypto hasn't been the same since 1010. He broke it. Can I find the post? Is this it? Hopefully I'm not opening something random. Yeah, here. CZ had posted like, oh, the best strategy is to, he didn't quote tweet it, but CZ had posted like the best strategy is to hold. And then somebody posted like, yeah, if I held every coin that Binance has done and it's down only, I'm down 80% on every coin. So seeing a lot of this, and one of the accusations is that they caused 1010 to try to hurt Hyperliquid. There is this constant battle between them and Hyperliquid. Then Binance launched Aster. What's Aster at, actually? Yeah, it's down pretty bad from the original pump, but it's, you know, if you bought it originally, you're up still 5x. But yeah, I saw this post where Jeff is finally kind of, you know, addressing, he's taking the battle head on here. Hyperliquid has quietly achieved an important milestone of becoming the most liquid venue for crypto price discovery in the world. See below side-by-side comparison of Bitcoin perps on Binance, direct attack on Binance, and Hyperliquid. And if you look, there's a lot more liquidity in the order book here for, you could see like 13 to 27, 14, 30, like there's a lot more demand on both sides. Both, actually the buy side seems pretty equal. Yeah, even Binance is better on the, and then sorry, that's the sell side. The buy side is heavier on Hyperliquid. With HIP3, which is how they have like equities, and is there commodities? I didn't check. I saw Binance did get commodities out. They got out gold and silver. But Hyperliquid has also grown to become the most liquid venue for perps on TradFi assets. Thank you to everybody's hard work, blah, blah. He has a whoa, voice crack. He has a lot of pull, 700K views. The original post as well did really well. So this was good. It was a nice bounce for Hyperliquid. I hold hype. I'm down on my hype. Overall, I'm up, but my recent buys, I'm down. I bought closer to like $40 just to buy more Hypurrs. Didn't work out. You know, these are down bad, but I'm seeing speculation for now a season 3 airdrop for them. When is season 2 airdrop? I don't know. I like Hyperliquid as a platform. I like it as a token. And I think long-term it can continue to do really well. But, you know, there's going to be a lot of competitors that come out. There's going to be a lot of different stuff. Can you check? The problem with this, maybe if I go directly to Twitter, because I can't, I'm using StreamYard and I can't click the comments. But maybe I can see Monsieur Rabbit. Let's go. Can I see comments? How do I see like the live comments on this? Oh, here. Loading. About Birb, vesting 2 years, bad idea. 20%, 27% for Moonbird holders and friends, bad idea. I don't disagree with this take. Yeah, I don't disagree with this take, dude. Yeah, I wonder what other people are saying. Let me zoom out here. Let me just Clear my searches and refresh. Birb. Yeah, nobody. You have the most interesting opinion so far, sir. Yeah, nothing. Yeah. Personally, I don't like it. Spencer's ahead of his curve. Did he tweet about it? Yeah. I'm no stranger to controversy. Lots change after 1010. Given current environment, this is the best path. Pengu launched 3 years post acquisition. We launched 7 months. There's a lot more on the journey if you want to ride. Good luck. Check Moonbirds again. Are they like mooning? Oh my God. Sorry. Not good. Not good. I want to tweet it. I'm tired of I'm tired of being negative about Moonbirds, dude. But I'm just like pointing out what's actually happening. You know, I'm not people. Oh, you're fighting. No, I'm just literally taking a screenshot of the price and posting it. Like I'm not making up a narrative. I'm talking about what the rest of the world is thinking. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, there was some comments here. I think Moonbirds are going to nuke. You called it, buddy. I wish you had a collab with Bored Apes. If you saw that one, at least quality looks good. That was the hoodie. That was the hoodie. Are SBTs allocated unlock day one? They don't even mention SBT allocation. I love it when token price and floors go up. It's such a nice feeling. I agree. Check again. Sad. No hype either. They are mooning. Yeah, I don't want to, attack Moonbirds. I don't agree with this decision that they made, but what else were they supposed to do? I get it. Like the other option was you just give holders unlock day one, give them a really good airdrop, and everything goes to zero anyways. Is there a path for an NFT to launch a token where things don't go down? That's like the final liquidity event, And then what's the utility? Like, why would I buy Birb? I think the other thing that happens with when an NFT launches a token is you have way more holders of your token than you do of your NFTs. Like the NFTs, there's 5,000 holders. Let's go down. Let's just do mythics. There's 3,500 holders. Some of these overlap with Moonbirds. So that would be 9,000. Let's just say 7,000. And then oddities, same thing. 3,500, same thing. Let's just call it, you know what? Let's just say 10K holders, even though it's not even 10K holders. You have 10,000 holders of your NFT. You might have 50,000, 100,000 holders of your token. Let's go. Can I see holder scan, right? That's the website, holder scan. If it loads, Pengu. If not, I'm just going to go to another website. Why is it not loading? Is holder scan dead? Pengu. How many holders? Yeah, 500,000 holders. What do you think they care more about? Like 10,000 people holding NFTs or 500,000 people holding their meme coin? To me, that you want to make the price of the token go up because then you're making 500,000 people happy versus NFTs go up, then you're making 10,000 people happy. So to me, a token takes away spotlight from NFTs. But I want the token because it's a liquidity event. As a flipper, I want that, but it's selfish. You want to buy Birb to be Birbish. I guess that's the utility. Yeah. Look, I hope Solana comes in and supports the coin, and then it goes up like Seeker, right? Seeker, let me get CoinMarketCap open here. Seeker did really well. Let's go to 1 hour. Let's go to 4 hours. Okay, it's down now, but like if you bought the launch, you're still up. You're still way up. And it did really well. And it was being pushed by Solana directly. So I hope they do this as well for Birb. And I hope there is this pump. And, you know, they kind of get their revenge like, haha, you faded us. Why did they do it as 2 posts? Let me go see. Was it? Yeah, I don't know why they did it as 2 posts. This should have been just one giant thread. They should have just deleted the previous one and made it one giant thread. Can I tell you what's going on with ICE in the US? I don't want to get too political here, buddy. Basically, they're getting rid of illegal immigrants and they're deploying ICE to go catch them and kick them out. And then there's a lot of protests happening because a lot of people don't agree with it, which to me that doesn't make sense. Like they're illegal, they shouldn't be there. But 2, they don't agree with the methods, that they're kind of just rounding up whoever they want. And there was unfortunately a few shootings, and people perished from those. So now there's even more protests. But I think there's a lot of shenanigans going on, and it's causing a lot of turmoil. And because of that, there's an upcoming bill or something that's supposed to be passed, or the government budget or whatever, and there's ICE funding inside of that. And the Democrats, or at least the majority Democrats, maybe even some Republicans, are saying like, hey, we're not going to let you pass the bill, and there's going to be a government shutdown. That's like the TLDR on the situation. Which it would be by this Saturday, the government shutdown. And we earlier in the show, I believe you were there though, when I showed the odds, 80%. I came late. All good, brother. Appreciate you being here. What are your thoughts on the market as a whole? Not great. I do think something broke on 1010, and we're just being incredibly manipulated, and it's very demotivating. And sometimes I even ask myself, like, why do I even hold most of these coins? I've even got to the point recently where I'm like asking myself, why do we even need crypto? Like, you know, you could build a lot of this stuff without. Most of this stuff doesn't need a coin. Most projects like don't need a coin. You know, so what's the point? Yeah, I definitely need to diversify. I wanted to buy, the worst is I wanted to buy commodities last year. I wanted to get into gold. I didn't. It's very much a pain to get your money off of crypto into the bank and then into that stuff. So I'm happy now that it's all coming on chain, that you're able to buy gold and silver and all with stable coins. Do I trust it? 50-50, I guess. Maybe with like a major company like Hyperliquid or something, or like Coinbase, but on a random website or like, you know, a partner of some, like, oh, Phantom lets you do this. I'd have to do more research to see, like, do I actually trust this? There's like X stock or stock X or whatever it's called that does like stocks, but the liquidity, when I made my video about it, was super low. So you were buying in Tesla's at $90, you were buying in at $98 because that's how low liquidity was. So it's like you're paying a premium already. But it's a good world to explore. I definitely need to look back into it. What makes an NFT catch your interest? If I think the price is going to go up, that is the answer. If I think the price is going to go up, some things I like just for the culture, you know, my dream PFP is a Skull of Lucy. I love these. Sam Spratt's work is amazing. Yeah, this is like my dream PFP, and this is purely for the art. Like, I don't care how much they're worth. Let's say I had $100 million and I could just buy one without worrying, because these are going to cost you, like, yeah, the last sale was 400K. This is something I'd get just for the love of the game, or like a CryptoPunk or something. I like apes for the culture. But like new NFTs, it's literally just, is the price going to go up? Can I flip it and make money off of it? Like that's it. What happened yesterday with the power? A transformer blew. Like the weather's really bad. A transformer blew, and it took them 13 hours to fix. So just my whole building had no power. I still have no heating. You're not sharing your screen, Gorilla. That is a very good point. These are the masks, the skulls of Lucy. So this is like my dream PFP. That or like a crypto punk. I'd rock a Bored Ape too. A nice orange background Bored Ape, like a cool one. I'd rock that. Yeah, but when it comes to new ones, like I said, it's just, can I make money off of it? Is there enough hype? The whole game is hype. Even if you go back and watch like my original videos about whitelists and stuff, and like what makes NFTs do well. Sorry, I'm on YouTube and I saw videos I wanted to watch, but I'll do that later. Let me go. No. I'm on my other screen. Just I'll put it in a second. Your channel, oldest popular. Boom. Yeah, I think it was this one. How to get the biggest whitelists. I think in this one, I maybe discuss what makes NFTs do well. And the main thing I say is, yeah, right, like the things I look at are like the team and all this stuff, but the main thing is just hype. Like ignore everything else. The number one thing you should be looking at is this hyped? Is hype, and that's a short-term game. Hype can only hold up for so long. Is it hyped enough that you could make money off of it and flip it? But that game's kind of dead. Like, when's the last time a good whitelist cooked? When's the last time I made an upcoming whitelist video? It's been a very long time. Yeah. What's your thoughts on Azuki these days? Without speaking to Zagabond, Paris trip. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. That's more him personally. I think, it'll go up and down with the rest of the NFT market. I think it's kind of, I like it. Here we go. Azuki, about elementals. I think they made a lot of mistakes that really hurt them, and their holders especially. And let me just search it. I still like Azuki, but I don't know. I feel the culture, they messed up many times, and it kind of like killed the vibes. Now they're focused on the trading card game, which is cool, but it won't help the assets. Again, like all these NFTs, I think they'll go up when NFTs go up. If we get into a risk-on environment and ETH is popping off and people are looking for the next casino, I think Azuki, Doodle, and these collections, just because people know them, are going to be the ones that pop off. And when it happens, like you kind of start looking for a PFP. These make a really great PFP. I still think they're a great brand, but yeah, other than that, like, yeah. Weren't they at 70 ETH a couple weeks ago? No, they haven't been there they haven't been there for a while. Since their token. Yeah, since they launched their token. They went to 14 ETH off the token. And then even a year ago, what was the price? 4 ETH. Yeah, they haven't been there in weeks, in over a year. Oh, the skulls of Lucy. No. That's the masks of Lucy that you're thinking. So this is his second collection, Masks of Lucy. Oh, it's because it's selling in USDC. I was wondering, why is it showing up not in ETH? Yeah, different collection. It's his like secondary collection. Is number one? I guess the rankings are just not real. The rankings are probably just not real. Yeah. This is a nice one though, the dark background. Oh, yo, this is like Gladiator. Oh my God, no way. Moonbirds at 1 ETH. Oh my God. Bro, what the? Oh my God, dude. Yeah, under 1 ETH. That is crazy, bro. Yeah, the heat's not working. I'm gonna have to go talk to them. Oh my God, bro. That is crazy. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Yeah, I'm so happy I sold, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. 0.99. I need this screenshot. Princeton. I'm sorry, I gotta do it. I gotta tweet. Oh, they made another tweet. Clarifying Birb Tokenomics and nesting SBT allocations are fully unlocked at launch. Nesting Burbs will also receive their first month unlock on day one. Okay, but that's going to be like $100. Moonbirds, Mythics, Oddities, who are nested, receive 25% of their entire. What? Who are nested will receive 25% of their entire supply of the token? What? I don't understand this part. On day one, if we're already nested and have been nested for 7 days? I don't get this. I don't get the 25% part. No, let's go to the nesting tweet. Moonbirds, Mythics, Oddities are getting Birb token through a new design mechanism, blah, blah. Deposit your NFT to nesting on the 28th of each month for the next 24 months. Nested NFTs get to claim 1/24th of their respective allocation. If you nested for only part of the month, you get a blah, blah, blah. No rush at all. All NFTs who nest in the first 7 days. Okay, yeah, so that's future nesting. Oh my God, nesting PTSD. No, Kevin Spencer. Lucky. So, bro, we wait 24 months for full allocation. Nicely done. I think he's trolling. I wonder how much you get per SBT, because the people who collected, a ton in SBTs, that makes up for it. But you get 25% day one and the remaining 75% over 2 years. Did they say that though? Why was this in multiple tweets? This should have just been one giant tweet or one thread. Sorry, I'm writing a tweet. I don't think I should tweet while I'm on stream. I'm gonna wait. Okay, they're back up to 1.1. No, what it means is assuming you nested 24 months, the entire percentage of supply allocation to NFT holders, all collections, is 25%. Meaning if you do the math correctly, 27% equals 2% share amongst SBT holders. Thank you, sir. It's not rocket science. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Rereading it makes a lot of sense. Who are nested will receive 25% of the entire supply. Yeah. You are correct. It is not rocket science. So yeah, 2% to SBT holders. There's what? There's 500,000 SBTs. Got to be a DeFi nerd, I guess. We sell vesting for a living. Oh, Moonbirds are already back up 1.16. Insane price action, to be honest, on these. Sorry, I'm trying to get a tweet out. Price is changing. I don't want to post now like an image of them under 1 ETH when they've recovered above 1 ETH. You know, it wouldn't be fair. I'm just gonna. Why am I tweeting on stream, bro? I'm just gonna wait. But yeah, that's so we just receive 148th, 24th. No. But yeah, if why do they say and friends though? Is it 25%? Yeah, okay. They receive 25% of the entire token supply, but then why do they say and friends? Was it this one? No. It's so annoying that they did, and each one has this as a last post in this thread. It's not a thread; it's an individual post. Yeah, Moonbirds and friends. So maybe, oh, I guess the SBT is what gave friends allocation. At what price does Moonbirds become a good buy? I am not touching them, bro. I am not touching them. If I do, it's for a quick flip, but I am not touching them. .1 ETH, damn, bro. 1.2 ETH now. Yeah, let me get them back on screen. Here. Yeah, friends of the SBT cheats. They get dust 2% of the supply, I guess. NFT holders get the rest. I mean, a lot. Moonbirds had access to every single SBT, right? So, what's SBT? SBTs are soulbound tokens. These are I think I have some in my wallet. Like this. Maybe this is a fake one, so be careful. But yeah, soulbound tokens. Basically, if it's a soulbound, you can't sell it, so it's locked to your wallet. But essentially, they minted a bunch of these. I think if I go to the Moonbirds page, actually, to their website. No, that's the old website. They need to change their website on OpenSea. If we go to their website here, I guess it's done. SBT. Yeah, there's an SBT section. So based on what you were holding, based on the protocols that you use, so if you're an Aster user, you can claim an SBT. If you were a Bodagos holder, shout out Bodagos skateboard, boom. Bodago skateboard behind me. You could claim an SBT. Meteora, Kaido, Jupiter, all this stuff. They did a bunch of SBTs, which are soulbound tokens that you cannot sell over time. So you're collecting them. And Moonbird holders were just able to collect every single one. So I'd say it's like 50-50 Moonbirds, and then the other half is and friends. Yeah. Yeah, as a holder, you get also the dust if you claim through SBTs. Wild price swings on Moonbirds with the release of Birb Tokenomics. Airdrop is vested for 2 years. Whatever, I'm just tweeting that. Everybody go like my tweet. Yeah, this is really unfortunate to see. Let's go see more questions. What's Captain Y say? I couldn't collect any. Their website is shit. Yeah, I had a lot of problems, especially because you have to switch between 2 wallets, between Sol and ETH. If you read between the lines, by the way, NFT holders get their hands on half their entire allocation 12 months before the team investors even touch tokens. Yeah, whatever. That's where it becomes juicy. Not much sell pressure on launch. Besides SVTG2 will get absorbed through. Yeah, like I said, hopefully, especially with Solana support, the token goes up. But I think all the people who buy in are going to be looking to flip the token as well. So non-Birb communities can claim as well if they hold a soulbound. Yeah, if they held a soulbound, which was kind of given in partnership with like we just saw all the different communities, right? But it seems like it's going to be a very small amount, 2% of supply, which is all unlocked day one. Yeah, so they'll dump. I mean, once token launches, the airdrop will be baked into price if you can stake at any time. Yeah, people are going to do the math. Okay, what's the price of the token? The token's at 100 mil FDV. We get 25% split between all the different NFTs. Let's say Moonbirds get 15% of that 25. So 100 mil times 0.15 divided by 10,000. That's, yeah, if the token's at 100 mil, each Moonbird is getting $1,500 over a 2-year period. You're getting $60 a month for holding an asset that was worth $5,000 at the time. Now it's worth what? Now it's worth 3,500. It's like, is that, unless they're giving you crazy stuff outside of that, it's not worth. It's just not worth holding. You might as well put your money somewhere else that's gonna go up. This is kind of what happened to captains, right? The meme line art, like captains over time just kept going down because people were just pricing it equal to the amount of meme that's left in it. So if meme would go up, yeah, captains would go up. But if meme would go down, meme would go down. Yeah, or $2 a day. Damn. Where's the poly market? If you gave me a chance to yeah, 100 mil, 6% chance. 200 mil, only 1/4 of people believe. Hopefully they're wrong. 300 mil. Unfortunate, but not shocking. I think I'm gonna have to end the stream. I have calls coming up. I have 4 calls today. Big day. I haven't had calls like this in a while. But it's dynamic if people can stake, unstake without being locked in. Yeah, but you need to stake for a month to get the full month. Yeah. Yeah, typically what happens, but like I said, if it's at 100 mil, if it's at 100 mil, you're only getting 1,500 total. Like the NFTs, I think will probably go down. This is some of the worst extractive behavior in NFTs. Who's mine or of the project? I don't think the project is extractive at all. Spencer paid to buy Moonbirds. He didn't do a mint. He didn't make $1 million or $12 million minting Moonbirds. He bought it. He paid to have it. He only makes money through the token, which they're vested for a few years. Hopefully, I hope they bounce, man. Very thin floor. I I want Moonbirds to do well. You know, I want Moonbirds to do well. But yeah, I'm gonna have to end it here. I got some calls coming up. I want to go have some breakfast. Yes. Nice airdrop. I'm not sure about that. Not sure about that. But I'm going to end it here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm hopefully going to work on a video for tomorrow. We're just some tutorial stuff. I also have an interview with Infinex coming up. Going to be asking Kane some hard hitting questions, and then maybe on Friday. When's the Moonbirds? What date are we today, dude? We are Tuesday. So maybe tomorrow tutorial, Thursday the interview, maybe Friday I do another stream and we take a look at how Moonbirds did, and hopefully some other action happens throughout the week. Because I'm shocked this one went on so long. We got lucky and the tokenomics came out during the stream. Yeah. So appreciate all of you. Hit the like button. It really helps my channel reach a wider audience, especially if you're on YouTube. They value that a lot. And if you could subscribe, if you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe. It'll cost you nothing. And it helps my channel tremendously. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Still working on an intro and everything, make the show better. Hopefully get some interesting guests on. But thank you, everybody. Going to end it here. Give you a gorilla chest pound. Click and end stream. Peace.